that you made that.
Silent Hill TDS, J. Leo, Hitchhikers. Check. I'ma spit fire and propane. Keep a little baggie of some veggies, your romaine. Zombie ass bitch tryna eat up the whole brain. While this bummy ass nigga still asking for more change. Get your taste buds lit, popping right under your tongue. Lighting up a sharp strain, feel like it's chopping your lungs. Smoke another leaf to the head, feeling like Danny Phantom. Got a medicine jar in my car full of zany samples. Running with the factions when my rations getting low. Get down on the floor, blood races like I'm whipping blow. Shit show for show, I don't know, I just release and go. Can't hear what you're saying, this sweet too loud and you're speaking low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze, I got heat to throw. Then I'm let the heater flow and send it to the heat below. Think it's a game, I pick the day before you let them go. Think I'm insane, but from the start I never had control. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale of the moonlight? Have you ever laid with a demon with the flames by your bedside? Smoking the air, sipping on spirits, get the mood right, get the crew hype. Middle fingers to the blue lights, dancing on the grave while I gaze into the moonlight.
Rolling through the city, heart is empty, but I'm feeling frisky, knowing I can make it even though these niggas want it in me. Got some rolling papers and some bitches, yeah, we getting litty, feeling out of place. Fuck it, I got my niggas with me. We on a long road, smoking trees and bagging hoes. Love is faded, I'm jaded, consequences are never told. Running out of characters, the real me is getting old. Facing the facade, 50 shades, and I fall below. I'm on some new shit, underworld a new bitch. Your loose lips tangle you up, I guess this news fits. I do this, spitting some fire in F doom hits. The sun god bringing some light. Now watch your mood switch. Hieroglyphs from writing scripts. Namaste but conquering, conjuring some spirits in the valleys where they die and quit. Just a gladiator on a righteous tip, still sharp and steel, but I'm colder than the art.
Yeah. What up, y'all? What's good? It's your boy, Wildcard Mar, aka Modelo Mar, in the building. Cheers, y'all. Boy, I tell you, that damn Modelo gets better. Day after day, it gets better. I'm telling you. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, technically Saturday now. Hey, we made it to the weekend, y'all. If you are listening to my voice, seeing my face, it's been a pleasure. I'm thankful. I'm gracious because it is another weekend approaching. We made it through another week through these tumultuous times, and we get to talk sports late night. So if y'all got your spliff rolled up like that, bitch, got your drink, pull up. Let's have a good time, y'all. Like I said, I appreciate the love. Let's get all the house cleaning preliminary shit out the way. Going over to the website, www.I.O.W.19.com. That's where we can get all the information of anything I.O.W. network related from I.O.W. Sports, streaming every Monday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or the show you're watching right now, I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition with me every Tuesday and Saturday midnight. Going over to the website and cop the merch. We official now. You see it. You see the bird. Bird game. I.O.W. Y'all know what it is. Anyway, now that we got all that house cleaning stuff out the way, Freaky Friday. Freaky stuff always happens on Friday. You never know what the hell is going to happen in a day of sports. So a lot of stuff to really get into. Let's start with some basketball talk. Of course, the basketball world just got back off the All-Star break on Wednesday. Had a couple of games on Wednesday. Big slate of games yesterday. Quite a few games today. Let's take care of some of the big news in the NBA. Just in case nobody hasn't seen it, I do have the Joel Embiid clip. Let's take a look at that real quick, and we'll talk about it.
Sixers a plus 16 in the rebounding department. And throwing down two and daring to get in his way was Garrison Matthews, and Embiid is hurt. And he is clearly in pain. And this for six.
He lands.
That's not good.
Left knee buckled there.
We've seen that left knee.
That's not good.
Extend earlier in the season, but each situation is different.
That's not good.
So Embiid will now walk.
Well, oh man, that's not good. I'm not here to speculate. That's not what I do. But we just saw the clip, y'all. That's not a good look for the Sixers and Joel Embiid. Yeah, he was able to walk off the court, but he was still he had a hop, and that hyperextension of that knee was bad. Man, that looked terrible. That's unfortunate, real unfortunate. I mean, you talking about a possible MVP candidate in Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? That let's not even mention. Okay, so like I said, we're not gonna speculate. Averaging 30 points. Averaging pretty much 12 rebounds. Balling. Joel Embiid has been balling out of his mind. Unfortunately, I put him in that same boat with Anthony Davis. Great talent, great for the game of the NBA, as in bringing in attraction, talent out of this world, but injury prone. I mean, Joel's had his issues. Anthony Davis has his issues. I hopefully Zion can stay away from some injury issues. Joel Embiid is a talent, man. I mean, literally, just probably a couple of weeks ago, I saw a game and he took it over. Matter of fact, he bodied on Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the NBA, they're getting away from that physical basketball, and Joel Embiid still physical, can shoot from the outside. I've seen many highlights of him going coast to coast, picking up a rebound and driving it down and taking it, the distance of the whole court and no resistance. I'm praying for the brother. I hope he good. But he just falls under that category in my opinion as one of those guys that great talent when he's on the court, but he's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? I hope he's good. I hope he's straight. That'll dramatically change the way that the Sixers look if he's out for a good amount of time. You know what I'm saying? That right there, you talking about literally turning around a season for a team. So right now, Philly's in first place in the East. Brooklyn's right behind them. Milwaukee, Miami, who's finally getting healthy and starting to turn it around. Boston, who's kind of middle of the road. Knickerbocker fans all over the world are rejoicing. They're in the 6th seed. Charlotte's right there at 500 at the 7th seed, you know. And then ATL's bringing up the rear, 17 to 23 games under 500, but still in playoff contention if it was to start right now in the East. But, I mean, so you got pretty much a 1-game lead on Brooklyn and 8.5 game lead on ATL in the East. So pretty much 2 weeks can change those standings in the East like that. And depending on how bad this injury is going to be for Joel, this will either, you know what I'm saying? This could possibly break the 76er season. I'm just being honest. You know, take Joel Embiid off the Sixers right now because of this injury. What do they look like? You know, they got the Spurs coming up on the 14th. So that's Sunday. Knicks, who trying to get gain some momentum in the East. That's on Tuesday. You know, so the Knicks is gonna give them a run. You know, whether or not Joel is there. If anything, I can see him maybe missing a couple of games for sure with that hyper extension. Just want to be cautious on it, make sure it's nothing damaged. And they're going to do the MRI, no doubt. But the way that Joel reacted, it didn't look like he looked promising. You know what I'm saying? He walked off the court, like I said, but he was gimping. He had a little hitch. You know, he was limping for sure. And then after the Knicks, you get the Bucks, who are trying to gain momentum in the East as well. Really, the only kind of letdown within the next 2 weeks is possibly a game against the Kings, which I wouldn't just say it's a layup. You know, they got some young boys that just want to play ball. And maybe the Spurs, but I'm not even going to say that. So they got the Spurs next on Sunday, followed by the Knicks, followed by the Bucks, Kings after that, Knicks again, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets. All right, so that's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next 8 games. So, like I said, 2 weeks. It could change those standings from them being first to be having an 8.5 lead over the 8th seed right now, Hawks. So that's 8 games I just shot out right there. Joel Embiid is not playing. Hypothetically, you know, I don't normally do the hypothetically, but the injury just did look good. The MRI is gonna come. Say they sit him down for 2 weeks just to be cautious. What games are you gonna win out of those 8 games? Again, Spurs Sunday, followed by the Knicks, Bucks, Kings, Knicks again, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets. Only game I could see them winning without Joel Embiid is the Kings. And so that makes a difference on that team in the standings in just 2 weeks time period, possibly without Joel Embiid. I'm not trying to shit on y'all 76ers fans. I'm just being real. I'm just looking at the schedule, who they playing, and you take literally your most valuable player on your team. He is an MVP candidate. Take him off the team. Good luck. You know, Ben Simmons is going to have to play out of his mind. Tobias Harris is going to have to play out of his mind. You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard is going to have to find the fountain of youth. You know? Seth Curry, the other Curry brother, going to have to whip it up. He going to be in the kitchen with my pot boy. He going to have to cook something up. If Joel Embiid is out for those 2 weeks, it changed the dynamic of the whole Eastern Conference, let alone the 76ers. I mean, you can't, especially for Philly, they better hope and pray and better get to the voodoo doctor, whatever they gotta do to make sure Joel Embiid is okay. Brooklyn is right there. Who's that peeping in my window? Brooklyn is right there, peeping in their window, waiting to overtake the East. And they doing it without KD. This is that MRI is going to be very interesting. 76ers fans y'all probably doing all y'all what you dotting your I's, crossing your T's, y'all doing so many Hail Marys. Y'all probably hit up a little voodoo queen down in New Orleans. Y'all done probably, about to hit up all the Baptist preachers in the whole city of Philly. I mean, I hear y'all. I hear y'all praying. I hear y'all praying to the basketball guys like, oh Lord, no, not in me, not again. That'd be tough on y'all guys. Y'all had to deal with the whole trust the process situation. Now that the process is starting to fulfill itself, it's the last thing y'all need. That's not what y'all need. NBA is back though. NBA is back. What else we got? Oh, so speaking of injuries, it just came out today. Because we are just have hit up on that month mark with Anthony Davis from his last appearance February 14th. Pretty much he was stated he was going to be out a month, so we pretty much hit that mile marker right there to reevaluate AD, and says 2 more weeks. Damn, Lakers can't get no help for Brian. All right, so this is what 2 more weeks looks like for the Lakers. Got the Warriors on Monday. Matter of fact, let's check their score today because they're playing. Right now, currently losing to the Pacers, 71-65. That's in the third quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that one. See what happens in that game with the Indiana Pacers and the Lakers. Since we're pretty much following up 2 more weeks of being without Anthony Davis. So we'll keep an eye on that game, folks. I'm pretty sure that'll finish up sometime while we're filming tonight. Again, Monday, Lakers, Warriors. Warriors trying to stay in the thick of things. So that won't be a easy one, but one that they should manage to win. After Warriors, Timberwolves, you better win that one. Timberwolves is trash, literally. No excuses there. Get the Hornets. I don't think that'll be a cakewalk. Hornets trying to get position in the East. Same with the Hawks, followed by that game. They're trying to get position in the East. Then you get the Suns. Pelicans, they should beat. After that, 76ers. Don't know what's going on with Joel. Cavaliers. Magic. Bucks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those 10 games, that's pretty much next 2 weeks. Only games for sure that I know that they should win. Magic, Cavaliers, Pelicans, so that's 3. Timberwolves, 4. If they go 5-5, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's definitely not drowning, but they might have a couple of games that might go this way, that way. We'll see what happens. The Lakers have managed to not all the way get, out of their last 10, 3-7, not too hot, but the Lakers have managed to kind of stay at the top of the West. I'm not going to front. I was a little more concerned about that injury, but they're not getting drowned in the West without AD. I don't know. I don't know what's the actual or the pinpoint that calls on that. Maybe the Lakers just had a favorable schedule. I don't know. I was expecting them to kind of. I will say this because I remember at the time of the injury, Lakers were in second place when the AD injury happened. So now they're just in third. So not really too much of a drop off. The actual team that's dropped off is the Clippers. At one point they was in second place. Now they're in fourth place. Phoenix is climbing. That was my dark horse, y'all. Phoenix is they I'm not saying they're gonna win anything, but they're gonna make some noise. That's for damn sure. But the Nuggets ain't too far behind. And speaking of the Nuggets, oh man, what a fantastic game that I watched today with the Denver Nuggets and the Memphis Grizzlies that was on NBA TV tonight. That was a hell of a game. Nuggets getting the victory 103-102. But it did end in somewhat dramatic fashion. Let's take a look at that, y'all. We're gonna take a look at the clip and we're gonna talk about it. We got to talk about it since we're talking about it, right? So this is pretty much the final possession. Literally, it's a 1-point possession game. I pretty much caught majority of this game. It was a very entertaining game. I knew we was going to talk about it, but here is the final possession.
He's out of timeouts. Denver with a foul to give. Got to go. Morant takes flight, hangs, fouled.
Oh, wait, they called the foul on the Grizzlies.
Oh, they called the foul on Dylan Brooks.
I thought they called the foul on Jokic with Morant driving to the basket.
Yeah, I thought they called the foul when Morant was sent to the floor.
Let's see here. He blew the whistle. He blew the whistle at the Morant foul.
Yeah, that's why I reacted. Rodney Mott raises his hand there, and then now they call the foul on Brooks. This makes no sense.
That is a gross call there by Rodney Mott. You made the call on Morant going to the basket. He raised his hand before there was ever a contact with Dylan Brooks. Like I've never seen that happen. There's no way he knows. Listen, he raised his hand right now. There's a foul right there. There's no Dylan Brooks in the frame of the play.
I have absolutely no words and no explanation.
That is ridiculous there. I mean, there's no way you call a foul on somebody that wasn't even in the play. You blew the whistle when Morant went to the basket and got knocked down.
And the Grizzlies without timeouts. Nuggets.
That is wrong there, partner.
Took their final timeout.
That is absolutely wrong there.
I've never seen that. I've been around this game almost 3 decades, and I have never, ever seen that.
How do you make a call and then change the call to somebody that wasn't even in the play?
And that'll do it. Denver walks out of here with a 1-point win, 103-102.
Wow, y'all. That was literally the end of that game. I mean that was crazy. I mean, I don't know what to really make of that. You know, the referee put his hand up, and usually when they do that, they signal. But I'm gonna kind of play it again because he didn't blow the whistle. He did have the whistle in his mouth, and he didn't blow it. But he put his hand up, so it looked like he was about to do it, but he didn't. I mean, just I'm okay with the no call because if you look at it, Jokic went straight up, and that's what they teach you, to go straight up and not initiate contact. So Ja Morant did initiate the contact. I'm okay with the no call. I'm okay with that. But if a ref put his arms up and didn't blow the whistle, I don't know if he thought about it that he should, but he didn't. I don't know. Let's take a look at it again. That's kind of crazy, y'all.
Brooks will trigger it.
And remember, this is for the game.
Grizzlies out of timeouts. Denver with a foul to give. Got to go. Morant takes flight, hangs, fouled.
Then there's a whistle.
Oh, wait, they called the foul on the Grizzlies.
Oh, they called the foul on Dylan
wow.
Brooks.
I thought they called the foul on Jokic with Morant driving to the basket.
Yeah, see, I'm okay with the no call on Jokic.
Sent to the floor.
But I think everybody's confused is because the ref literally puts his hand up.
Let's see here.
See, yeah, the Jokic goes straight up. I'm okay without that. Right there. You see his hand go up?
At the Morant foul. Yeah, that's why I reacted. Rodney Mott raises his hand there, and then now they call the foul on Brooks. This makes no sense.
That is a gross call there by Rodney Mott. You made the call on Morant going to the basket.
And I think that's what a lot of people get confused of. Forget what the announcers are saying. When the whistle was blown,
that happened. There's no way he knows. Listen, he raised his hand right now.
Arms up.
Right there.
So if he's saying that's a foul, and then that's when the whistle blows when Dylan Brooks does that. That's why there's confusion. That's why I'm confused at as well.
Ridiculous there.
So one more time, y'all. Just to clarify it.
Grizzlies out of timeout.
Pay attention when the whistle's blown.
Got to go. Morant takes flight, hangs, fouled.
Then there's the whistle.
Fouled.
Hey. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Y'all drop in the comments what y'all think. I mean, as a player, you put your hands up. When the refs do that, especially in basketball, they usually there's a foul that has ensued, and I don't know, y'all. I'm not a referee. But, and the clip I looked at just with y'all, Jokic went straight up. That's what they teach you in basketball. He didn't initiate contact. So I'm okay with that not being called. I'm just, confused with the announcers. A ref puts his arm up, indicating a foul, but you didn't blow your whistle. So I guess because you didn't blow your whistle, there's no foul. So I mean, just confusing. That's all. But tough loss for the Grizzlies. Losing that one again, 103-102 to the Denver Nuggets. Like I said, a hellified game, very entertaining. There was a lot of action in that. You get Ja Morant and the Grizzlies playing. Ja Morant gonna need some help down in Memphis. They got a couple of little cool role players down there. Moulton, I like him. Clark came up big. If I would have shown the actual full blown highlight of that game, He came up with a clutch block on Nikola Jokic to help keep that game alive. So it helped pretty much come down to that last possession. And so, like I said, that was a fantastic game. Can't really beat it. You know what I'm saying? Just great basketball in that game. If y'all get a chance to watch a Memphis Grizzlies ball game, I know they're not winning a lot, but John Morant, he's something special to watch, man. Didn't have a particularly great shooting night tonight, but man, he got some moves. He hit one guy with a hezzy and then came with a up and under on a layup. Crazy move. Definitely got a ooh out of me on that one. Never scared to go to the rim. He definitely has to. He got to bulk up a little bit. Make sure his body's in shape to take some punishment because he likes driving to the hole, and then and that'll help with his longevity and I mean he's young, so he still got time to come into his body. And then stay consistent with his outside shot, and he be a monster. He got handles. I like what he's doing, but don't sleep on the Nuggets neither, y'all. They in fifth place in the West, and they not scared to play nobody. I definitely see them making a lot of noise and in the playoffs and possibly upsetting a couple top seeds in the West. I can see it happening for sure. March Madness is here, y'all. We're getting closer and closer. These conference tournaments is heating up. Came down to the wire with Carolina and Florida State tonight. Baylor went down, getting beat by Oklahoma State. Ohio State went into overtime to go get a dub. You know what I'm saying? Some exciting basketball tonight. But then you get a couple of teams that Juwan Howard got ejected. Tempest was playing between Michigan and Maryland. That's that happens around this time of year. A lot of stuff is on the line and things like that. COVID's playing this part. For a college like North Carolina A&T, them Aggies out there, and G Borough, unfortunately, COVID took them out of the MEAC conference tournament, and a school like North Carolina A&T needs an automatic bid by winning the tournament to guarantee a spot in the tournament. And unfortunately, COVID has taken it away from them. They was pulled out of the tournament today. So was the Cavaliers of Virginia in the ACC tournament, as well as the Jayhawks of Kansas was taken out of the Big 12 tournament today. And Kansas and Virginia for sure. They've been pretty much in the top 25 pretty much all season. Or not so much Kansas, but they had their issues. And they've since turned the ship around, and they are in my opinion, are pretty much going to get in the tournament as well as Virginia. And so I guess, getting bumped out of a conference tournament doesn't harm them too bad, but they still get a chance to participate in the tournament dance next week. Not so much for like A&T, so my hat goes on to them. It's an unfortunate situation for their season to come to a close. But then then of course the prominent one that got taken out by COVID was Duke, taken out Thursday, pretty much ending their season. if they weren't going to win the ACC tournament. They weren't going to make it to the tournament at all. So that was the end of their season. It's unfortunate they grabbed 2 wins in a row in the ACC tournament, and hopefully they were supposed to take on Florida State, and had they been able to beat Florida State, they would have met up with UNC tonight. But of course they didn't. So therefore, it's the end of the season. I'm not too upset about it. I've never been a fan of Duke, but they are a prominent name in the college basketball ranks. And, I can't even remember the last time that Duke wasn't in the tournament. I have to look that stat up sometime and find out the true date on that. So, yeah, Coach K, the Dukies. COVID is always the X factor until this shit goes away. You know what I'm saying? I'm still curious on how it's going to play in the tournament, because they're pretty much calling these things not contested, and it's pretty much I guess it's a forfeit. You can't really have a makeup dates on tournaments. So unfortunately that's what it looks like we're gonna run into next week and the following weeks after the tournament begins on what's going to happen with of course COVID protocols are going to be nuts. But I'm also curious, in these other tournaments, how is the contact tracing going? You know what I'm saying? So if Kansas got popped for COVID in the Big 12, Virginia in the ACC, and Duke in the ACC, then you got North Carolina A&T in the MEAC. What about these other teams in these conferences that are playing against these guys? Or what are their numbers looking at? What exactly is the contact tracing showing officials? You know what I'm saying? Because obviously maybe it's just an isolated incident with a team. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're in these conference tournaments, you guys are all in the same city, may not particularly be in the same hotel or same residential area or whatever, wherever they're staying at. But I mean, I don't know how they're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I just don't. I'm optimistic that we'll get through a full NCAA tourney. I know we missed out on it last year. That sucked. But I'm not sure what it's going to look like this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm very optimistic. And that's just me being me. I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure at all. But I came across a clip, y'all, and I'm 33, so anybody around my age range should definitely appreciate this. All right, they should be able to appreciate what I'm about to drop right here. This little video right here. They should. Oh my gosh! So this is probably one of the best ballers to ever do it.
Cost of success, right here. Yeah.
So this is Grant Hill, y'all.
But it's
19 years.
If I had known, I'd have put some lotion on my ass.
It's funny with YouTube.
Look at these highlights.
Things like that. My children, my daughter who's 11, she'll get on there every once in a while. She'll like, Dad, you were pretty good. Like, you weren't always a scrub.
Grant Hill. Oh, my! Bragging rights at the moment belong to Hill.
Good, Don.
Grant gets the play now.
Oh, my gosh.
Skies and jams, hurt or not.
That's what I think is the word. Hill and
Oh, that's Pip.
Even the jams over Wallace. Wow. Italy comes. Ahead to Grant, to the rim for the jam.
Oh, that's Alonzo Mourning. Look at that cross. Oh, dunk on you, Patrick Ewing.
Watching you play, I have never seen anything like that. You know what I mean? For a guy,
You know, I pride myself being, you know, a big guard. You seeing him hound the basketball, and you know, because we played against you guys in playoffs 2 or 3 times when we were saying we can't stop him from getting to the bucket.
Wow.
With Dikembe behind us. You know, where Dikembe's
No.
on Dikembe.
Dunk on
with
Dikembe.
ease.
Oh, man.
And
Dunk on
with Mookie,
Dikembe.
Myself and us all double teaming, and him being able to make it easy. And, you know, no disrespect to your teammates. You didn't have a lot with you. And you
That's
made
a little
it easy.
disrespectful, but that's all right.
Against Davis, his nemesis tonight. 3 to shoot. Here he goes.
Oh, my goodness.
Hill swats it away.
Grant Hill, flashback. My
Wow.
goodness gracious, he's going to cock this back and dunk it.
O'Neal the switch. Hill knocks it away. Grant Hill with the steal into Ginobili.
Wow.
He's creating as only he can. Grant Hill flexes in.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, is that guy 26 or 36?
Oh, my goodness.
That's the old Grant Hill I know right there.
Oh, my goodness. I came across that clip, and I needed to play it because I'm like, my God, like Grant Hill to me is the only Dookie that has pretty much gone on and successfully made a name for himself in the NBA. I mean, he had his injury little issues, but he played 19 seasons, y'all. You know, I mean, golly, Grant Hill was good. Did you see who he was yoking on? He was yoking on Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning used to swatch his shit like crazy. He yoked on Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing. He was yoking on them cats. Wow. You know, for all you, any of you young kids that don't know about Grant Hill, I hope you enjoyed that clip. If not, go on over to YouTube. Go enjoy some of that Grant Hill juice. You know, he was a guy that made Fila cool. You know, with the Grant Hill shoes, them shits was kind of fly too. You know, back in the days. But hey, man, big ups to Grant Hill. And his wife fine hair to me. Yeah, he got good choice in women too. But anyway, let's move on over to some NFL news. You know, NFL been mad busy this week. Very, 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 very busy this week. So you know, of course, the cap came out this week on Wednesday, $182 million. Okay. So Trey Turner gets released from the Chargers after a trade that got him there. Quan Alexander is set to be released by the Saints when they just traded for him. You know, another cap casualty. I mean, you know, then he tore his Achilles in week 16 and was due $13.4 million. So yeah, you got to go. Especially the way that the Patriots have been strapped on the cap. Well, one of the biggest news, the boy Cam Newton, he back. He will be back. And he will be back in Foxborough with Belichick. You know, those who know me, I've never been big on Cam Newton, and I have my reasons. I just don't, I'm not big on Cam. You know, I just think he's a glorified running back. And, you know, if he does so much on the running attack, he should go play running back. But when it comes to playing quarterback, I just don't think he's a pure passer and at least being accurate enough. But, you know, That's my opinion. But let's see what they talking about on Get Up.
Is coming from Foxborough, where the New England Patriots are going to bring back Cam Newton. They have re-signed Cam Newton, who was with them for the last season, bringing him back on a one-year deal. This first reported by the Boston Globe and confirmed by our Adam Schefter. This does not, according to Schefter, preclude them from making further moves to continue to add to their quarterback situation. But at least going into free agency next week, Dan Graziano, that is set. They do have Cam Newton. Why was that important to at least have that piece taken care of before the new league year begins next Wednesday?
Well, I think for a couple of reasons, Greeny. One, look, Cam Newton's an option they feel good about. Their experience with Cam Newton behind the scenes last year was a positive one. They felt very good about how he fit in there, how hard he worked, and the feeling was mutual. He enjoyed his experience there. So a reunion was always possible, and it makes some sense. They don't know what they're going to be able to do. A lot of people think they'll end up trading for Jimmy Garoppolo, but the 49ers would tell you they don't want to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. So you can't count on that, and you can't count on finding someone in the draft, given that they're not picking as high as some of the other teams that are looking for quarterbacks. So this gives them an option. I don't want to call him a fallback, obviously, but he's a potential option for them that they feel positive about, depending on how other things shake out for them at the quarterback position this offseason. And the other thing, we're about to start free agency. Players really like Cam Newton. I mean, like, it's if you're trying to attract wide receivers and tight ends, Cam Newton's a guy that means something to some of the players that are going to be on the market next week.
So, Bart, let me ask you, based on all of the history and what little we were able to see last year, do you believe that if Cam winds up being the quarterback of the Patriots this year, they can win? Can they win with Cam Newton as their quarterback?
Well, they can win if their defense returns back to their form before all the players opted out. You know, to Graziano's point, this is just an insurance policy. And if Bill Belichick has another option at $14 million, you know, they probably would trade him to Washington. A reunion with Riverboat Ron. This is just a one move on the chessboard, gives them insurance just in case they can't secure a veteran quarterback that they can bring in a young quarterback to kind of.
I get what you're saying. Insurance policy, you know, blase. You know, they're saying that the contract can go up to 14 mil. So contract is worth up to $13.6 million, a source told ESPN Adam Schefter. Back $6 million of the deal is tied to incentives. So pretty much it sounds like, you know, just like Scott said, an insurance policy. So, you know, it sounds like pretty much like a general NFL veteran quarterback contract, pay him $7-8 mil, and the rest is incentives. You know, damn, Nats, y'all. I don't know. I just Cam's accuracy is just not good for me. I just can't get with it. You know, never doubt the man's athleticism. You know, questionable leadership, in my opinion. You know, Graziano said guys want to play for him. I don't know what wide receiver wants to play with Cam when he's a running quarterback. I mean, 8 touchdowns, 10 interceptions this year. You know, and everybody, it was the cast he was with, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I ain't trying to hear all that shit. Excuses. You know, not all them passes that Cam was throwing were great this year. The man was dirting a lot of his passes, man. Watching Cam Newton play, it was this year. What was atrocious. You know, maybe you know. I think Belichick still got something up his sleeve, man. I'm telling you. I think Belichick might go try to get Deshaun Watson. Something tells me he got something cooking, because there's no way with $68 million, probably with Cam's contract, probably $60 million left under the cap, You're getting majority of your opt-outs that was on defense. You're getting them back. And I mean, if Cam does start, then it won't be no excuses, because especially if you got a majority of your starters back on defense, maybe get some pieces in the course of the draft, and free agency starts next week, the 17th. So I'm pretty sure they'll go get him some help. But I think I just got a feeling, man. Because there's only a few teams that can go get Deshaun Watson. One, you got to have the cap space. So it's the Jaguars, the Colts, the Jets, and the Patriots. Colts went and got Carson Wentz. Jaguars look like they want Trevor Lawrence. Jets haven't decided what they want to do with Sam Darnold. Patriots need a quarterback because there's no way I think Belichick really thinks Cam Newton is the final answer on that quarterback problem. I just don't see that. I don't. But speaking of quarterbacks, the former Patriot, Tom Brady, made news today, agreeing to a contract extension. So Tom Brady reached agreement with the Buccaneers today on a 4-year contract extension that voids to a 1-year extension that locks him into Tampa through the 2022 season. Sources tell ESPN, and that's from Adam Schefter. The Tom Brady extension saves the Buccaneers $19 million against the cap this year. The additional voidable years are there to defray the cost. It was another effort from Brady to keep as much of the team together as possible. And Tom Brady's been doing that for a hot minute. And playing with the structure of his contract, moving around money to help cap space situations so he can get a team around him. And guess what? It's gotten him 7 rings. Something must be going right. And I had an epiphany today, y'all, and I can no longer downplay the overall genius of Tom Brady. And I say that because, I never really cared for Tom Brady, just because I always thought he took advantage of certain things with the Patriots, the whole Spygate shit, the filming of other teams' practice signals and shit like that. To me, that's cheating. All right. And, I'm pretty sure other teams do some other backhand shit to get, an advantage. But you got caught. And, you're known to get caught. So, and I think he took advantage of that shit and got 6 rings. And, I'm not going to put it all on him. That goes with the whole franchise in general. But, so that's what I never really cared about. But he's done this before, as in taking less money to help build a team. And I can't fault him for that because he's looking at the bigger picture. He's looking at how do I keep pieces around me that's going to help me get the ultimate goal. I mean, so, Shaq Barrett didn't get the franchise tag. Chris Godwin did. Shaq Barrett wants to get paid. Moves like this help the Buccaneers get cap space to help keep Shaq Barrett. You know what makes repeat champions? Continuity. You know how you stay in the mix of being one of the best teams in the league? Continuity. Tom Brady is trying to build the Tampa Bay Patriots. He's trying to build another dynasty in another conference with another team in another city quickly. There's no mistake on why he picked the Buccaneers to go to. They were established. I'm not gonna say they were established. They had some pieces that just needed that last piece to help go over. Swap out the quarterback position. They already had the weapons on offense. That defense was already pretty much intact. Add a couple of pieces there, like Antoine Winfield Jr. You know what I'm saying? And then that's a totally different defense, a Super Bowl winning defense. And then you got Brady at the helm on the other side, bring his buddy Gronk out of retirement. Let me go get my homeboy AB. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Brady will be in the conversation on Super Bowl next year. Hate it or love it. It is what it is. But it's smart. It's genius. You know, he still makes good money. But the money that he could have taken from the organization of whatever football team he's playing for, whether it was the Patriots or the Buccaneers, he didn't need to. He still gets endorsements from Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, she paid too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe he's looking at it in a whole totally different way. You know, Giselle brings in about $30.5 million a year, being a, you know, that little hot kitten of a supermodel she is. She good. He good. You know what I'm saying? You know, Tom's looking at the bigger picture. I'm not stretched for the money. Not at all. So why not, you know, set up a situation when I can, you know, make shit happen for the team. So, I mean, Tom Brady good. You know, he's still worth, approximately almost $100 million in endorsements. He good. Which brings me to the next quarterback that just signed a big mega deal before last year. 10-year, $450 million, could be upwards toward $500 million. Patrick Mahomes. You know, him and the Chiefs did some restructuring and was able to alleviate some of those caps. You know, for those who was watching the show yesterday, I went over, you know, teams that are cap strapped, and at the bottom were the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, and both their quarterbacks are trying to find a way to help alleviate money. So Tom Brady isn't the only QB providing cap relief to his team. Patrick Mahomes is expected to do the same. Chiefs are expected to convert Mahomes' $21.7 million roster bonus to a signing bonus in the coming days, which would save Kansas City Chiefs $17 million against the cap. You know, that's per Adam Schefter. So maybe the Brady effect is a real thing, as in taking less because you're going to get money from other avenues like endorsements, possible spouse, other money avenues besides the football team that pays your salary. Let them take that money and help build the team around you. You know, I think Mahomes is getting it earlier though. He's 25, and he's doing it early. He's doing the Brady effect early to help build continuity. He's been to 3 AFC championship games in a row, 2 Super Bowls in a row, 1-1. He's following the Brady blueprint. Get money everywhere else, not just your NFL team, so that they don't have to always put all the money on you and help build the team around you. It's smart. Hey, winners get paid. Brady did it smart because it's not his first time taking less money and trying to help build the team around him. But And I'm glad Mahomes is a quarterback on my favorite team that represents my hometown. And hopefully he has the same success. So, hey, shout out to Brady. Bringing up the example of how to do it. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of the show. It's an hour. I hope that everybody has a fantastic freaking weekend. Go enjoy your weekend. Y'all be safe out there. And y'all know how we do. We gonna leave y'all with my boy, Silent Hill, my man 40 Water. It's that pick and roll. All right, y'all. It's your boy Wildcard Mar. Modelo Mar. We out. Love somebody, hug somebody. Y'all be good.
Silent Hill TDS. Hitchhikers. Let's go. Yo. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go, light another pack, watch the blunt corrode, let it go, release to the beast, about to take control, overload, burn another shrub to keep my mind sedated, elevated, felt elated from withdrawal but never faded, alcohol, pumping out my system, in need of patience, point, play and do it and reverse into the points, taking, put it in, work to muscles jerk, in my joints, aching, numbers don't lie, but I think these niggas point shaving. I am on another high. You can only taste the fragrance floating on the stroke. Bodies below, twisted, agitated. Give me another gram, watch me break down and light this bitch. Explosive tendencies, watch me spark and ignite the shit. Put the game in the chokehold with a tight grip. Niggas inciting shit, those people they bite the lips. Cold hearted bastard, give a hot bitch an icy kiss. Take a buzz to another level and heighten it. My karma is Dalai Lama, the smoke for enlightenment. Nigga drag me to hell with all the hounds and Leviathan business. Reach for a pack of gods, cause I'm about to smoke a quick. Pussy popping and percolate, I just want the smoke circulate. Losers will spectate and the haters will speculate. But I'm too busy taking all this vapor straight to the face. Damn. Shit. Man, shit, nigga. Hey, man, you got a light? Fuck that, I'm just blind. Shit. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go, light another pack, watch the blood corrode, let it go, release to the beat, about to take control. Pick and roll with the bowl, whoa, watch the smoke unload. Let my soul sink into the flow, feel the flames below, ready to go, light another pack, watch the blood corrode, let it go, release to the beat, about to take control.